so I am a little late to the party, but this week was Sonic's 34th anniversary week. And can I just say that's an insane accomplishment that Sonic has been around for that long? There aren't many gaming franchises, hell, many platforming franchises that can say they've been around for that long and are still alive and well. Now, originally I was going to talk about this year of Sonic, but to be frankly honest, there isn't much to talk about besides Crossworlds, and while I'm very excited for Crossworlds, it's kind of hard for me to just make a video about how excited I am for Crossworlds. Okay, maybe I'm lying. To stop myself from just repeating something I've done before, let's talk about the next year, the 35th anniversary, because honestly, there are some things that could happen that year that are way more interesting. So for today, let's just go to the future and try to predict what we might see on Sonic's 35th anniversary. So first off, I want to talk about something that has been rumored for quite a while now, and it's the idea of a Sonic game being remade. Now, the biggest names floating around right now is that one, and multiple leaks have been stating that Sonic Team has been throwing around the possibility of that game being remade. But there are two others, most notably the two Sonic Adventure games that fans have been clamoring for decades. But I guess the question is, which one are Sonic Team most likely to do? Because I can say which one I want and why I want it, but that doesn't really matter because they don't care what I want. So I'm gonna try my best to see which one they would possibly go for realistically. And truth be told, I think they will go with Sonic Heroes. Now hear me out. I know that the Sonic Adventure games are widely beloved by fans, and people have definitely been asking for them for years. Hell, we did get close to them in 2020, but for one reason or another, they were shelved. And honestly, I kind of understand it. These games are beloved by a lot of people, and because of that, Sonic Team would have to be extremely careful when making these remakes, especially when you're dealing with the Sonic fandom that will hyper-analyze literally every single detail of every single thing of every single game. And during a time when Sonic Forces was fresh on everybody's mind, if they dropped this and it wasn't anything besides a 10 out of 10 masterpiece that did everything correctly, they would be lambasted. And I think still, even now, even though ever since 2022, trust has been starting to build back with Sonic Team and the fans, I still think that it's not the right time, and Sonic Team probably knows this as well. And that's where this game comes in. Listen, I don't really care about what you think about this game. I don't care if you think it's the best Sonic game in the series. The game is not seen in that favorable of a light in the wider Sonic community and in the gaming community, but it's for that exact reason that if they make a remake in 2026 with the current Sonic Team, it would be pretty easy to make a remake that is in all ways exceeding the original game. And this could have been the testing grounds for how Sonic fans and just gaming fans in general react to the first 3D Sonic remake. But it's not just that, it's also the fact that for a solid 2 decades, this game was the best-selling 3D Sonic game of all time, until that was beaten by Sonic Frontiers, but Heroes had the benefit of being the first multi-platform Sonic game, and because of that, many people have memories of them playing the game when they were kids, so it would be easy just to nostalgia bait those guys who played the game once when they were like 10 for 10 minutes. Then never touch it again. So while yes, the Sonic Adventure remakes are definitely more sought after and will 100% be the best selling Sonic games when they do eventually release, I think Sonic Team knows the risk of making those when the time isn't right for them. So if they do make a Sonic Heroes remake and it does well, then that's basically the go-ahead for the adventure games. And these have been in the talks for as early as 2023, so a 2026 release for the 35th anniversary is not out of the question. Now, there is the second big thing that we still need to talk about, and honestly, I see this as not only more likely, but something that is even more exciting than a Heroes or Adventure remake, the spiritual successor to Sonic Frontiers. Ever since Frontiers was released in 2022, despite its many issues, its innovative and new direction for the Sonic series has made it a fan favorite, and has become the most successful 3D Sonic game of all time, beating out Sonic Heroes with a total of 4.57 million copies sold since its release, and receiving multiple awards, which I don't think any Sonic game has ever won an award, so like that's new for Sonic, which is crazy. The game has received 3 DLC updates that have changed the game, with changes being influenced by us, the Sonic fans, because Mario Kishimoto, the director of the game, took to Twitter and actually heard out some of our feedback for the updates, including then spin dash, and the return of jump momentum being included. But not only that, he has even said that some of our feedback will be taken to help improve the mainline Sonic game for 2026 or whenever that comes out. So ever since Update 3, we have been patiently waiting for the next mainline Sonic game, and rumors have been going around that partial development has started ever since Frontiers has completed development, and then full-on development began right after the DLCs were completed. And now, rumors are being suggested that the game could possibly be releasing sometime in November 2026, exactly 4 years after Sonic Frontiers released, and just in time for Sonic's 35th anniversary. Now, something that is a concern for a lot of people is 4 years enough to make the next game, because Sonic notoriously has rushed out their mainline games to meet anniversary deadlines, most notably Sonic 06. Sonic Frontiers was also almost a victim to this, with it originally being supposed to release on the 30th anniversary in 2021, but Takashi Iizuka practically begged Sega to give them 1 more year since the game was not done yet, almost risking his job, and thankfully that extra year gave them enough time to polish up the game a bit. I mean, imagine if Sonic Frontiers was released in 2021, the game would have been cooked. It would have been cooked. So I can understand where this concern is coming from, but I don't think there is much to worry about this time, for multiple reasons. Because of Sonic Frontiers, Sega is finally seeing the Sonic games as a big success for money, so they're 100% putting more budget and talent into the next game. But not only that, Sonic team has stated multiple times that polish is now their top priority when making Sonic games, evidently seen with Sonic X Shadow Generations. Another thing is that Sonic Frontiers took 2 out of the 5 years of development just to come up with the concept of the game, with the game itself only taking around 3 years of actual development time. Not to mention, a certain thing was going around during that time during the game's release, and now thankfully they don't have to worry about something like that happening again. Another thing is that they already have the formula set from Sonic Frontiers, so all they really have to do with said formula is polish it up and improve the open zone formula. A lot of the heavy lifting of development now is just making new stories, making all of the new levels and the new environments, and improving on everything from the last game. Overall, things are much clearer for this game than the past Sonic game. So I don't really think a 2026 release date is going to be a problem. I don't think we have much to worry about. Now, for what I think the game will actually change, personally, I think that the goal of this game is to nail down the open zone concept. We already know that Kishimoto said that he's going to be taking some of our feedback that he's received from Twitter to implement it into the next game, and the DLCs of Frontiers were used to test out how they could be implemented practically. With the top priority being polish, the overall presentation of the game will definitely be improved going forward. Now, for things that will be changed, assuming that all the key components of Frontiers like combat, movement, cyberspace, and overall gameplay loop are going to stay for the next game, I think combat will see an improvement to make it more engaging. The movement, if Kishimoto is serious about dropping the boost, we may see an evolution of Sonic's gameplay using momentum again. If that's the case, and they make level design that is built around momentum, that would go insane. Cyberspace is something I'm also very interested to see, and I hope and pray we do not see any reused levels assets or level, please, for God's sake. And assuming that we get the guys who worked on Shadow Gens to work on the cyberspace, we could be in for some amazing levels. And honestly, the gameplay loop in Frontiers was already really fun, but I think if they gave more importance to the collectibles rather than just having them be little trinkets, it would make the levels feel way more replayable, and it would feel like each collectible you collect have more importance to them. Sonic Frontiers 2 being the next thing for Sonic's 35th anniversary is probably the most likely outcome, and the one I am most excited for. I really want to see what they do with the direction of the open zone formula, and I really hope it's great. Now, one more thing that I think they're gonna do that fans have been clamoring for a decent while now, and I think it's gonna do with a makeover of the Sonic franchise a little bit. I don't think they're gonna go too crazy, but fans have been clamoring for them to change up the designs because, truth be told, I've talked about this before, the current designs for Sonic have gotten really stale and we need a new look, especially with Mario Kart World showing off these new and improved models that look straight out of the 2D art. Sonic needs something like that to reinvigorate the look, because I'm tired of having the same model that we've had since 2008 with Sonic Unleashed, and I think Sonic team knows this as well. So I think for the 35th anniversary, the big one, we will finally see a new look for Sonic. Now, this could be hopium copium, I don't know, but I have a feeling they are seeing, even Kishimoto said that there is an issue with Sonic's look. So I think they know, Sonic team knows that we want something new, so hopefully they will do a little bit of a makeover for Sonic. And those are my big predictions for Sonic's 35th anniversary. We got the movie releasing in 2027, which would be already the 36th anniversary, and I don't think they would do a remaster next year. It seems like they like to save those for the movies. I mean, we had Colors Ultimate for movie 2, and we had Shadow Generations for movie 3. So maybe they'll do another one for Sonic movie 4. But who am I to know? And that's really all I have to say for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm right? Do you guys think I'm wrong? What do you think is going to happen on the 35th anniversary? I really hope we get to see the next mainline Sonic game. I've been waiting so long, man. I really want to see what they do with it. I think that's really what I've been anticipating the most. And truth be told, I do think they're going to show it off at the Game Awards this year. I don't know. I just have a feeling that this year at the Game Awards, they might show something off. Now, that would be fucking insane. That would be insane. It wouldn't be too early, too. It would be only about a few months before release. That wouldn't be that long. That would be about the same time they've been promoting Shadow Gens. So, yeah. And that's really all I have to say for today. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.